becoming very difficult to believe that the government understands or has properly gauged the mood of the youths across the country. The introduction of violence against peaceful protesters is not only in violation of the sanctity of our Constitution that guarantees the right to life and peaceful protests, but also makes a mockery of the tenets of democracy which the Nigerian youths seek to uphold. We had earlier warned in a press statement that any attempt to scuttle or violently suppress this newfound vigor by our youth for a greater stake in our own country will not only be a huge disservice to national development, but also an open invitation to anarchy.
Yes, we are live from Toronto, Canada. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the press conference happening all the way from Nigeria. And we're going to bring you in now to join this conference.
Immediately identify all those involved in the violent attack on peaceful protesters. Secondly, we demand that all the states that are of a judicial panel of inquiry must do so within the next 7 days to investigate the conduct of state security apparatus in the ongoing peaceful protests across the country. While these measures are being implemented, government should cease and desist from adopting positions, including on golden silence, that betrays sympathy to the violence that is being unleashed on our youths, on the streets, and against the young protesters. The body language of the government must make it difficult. The body language of the government might make it difficult to de-escalate and resolve the current crisis. As such, we demand that the president should immediately address the nation to de-escalate the rising tension in the country. Finally, we encourage our youths on peaceful protests on our streets to continue to be peaceful. We must move with violence against violence. We must also be ready to dialogue, since every crisis, including wars, end up on the negotiation table. But we insist that it must be an inclusive and altruistic negotiation table. We must never allow opportunists and criminal elements to infiltrate our ranks. We are not calling for subversion of government. We are just peaceful youths who have been pushed to the wall by a system that seeks to exclude and undermine us. Clearly, the old vision has run its course. Nigerian youths have shown that it is time to birth a new vision of a just, equitable, inclusive, and compassionate society that provides safe handles for the realization of the noble dreams and aspirations of every Nigerian, irrespective of religion, tribe, or social. Loud, and their voices has been heard loud and clear, that we will no longer be silent or silenced into accepting the status quo as a norm. Definitely, Nigeria can do better, and it is our collective responsibility, especially as younger Nigerians, to ensure that the greatness of our country is realized in our lifetime. That the new Nigeria of our dreams is possible. It is therefore important to take immediate steps to bolster the intellectual aspects of our struggle. We cannot leave the struggle at the level of just street storming. We will also brainstorm, and we must brainstorm on the critical, irreducible minimum charter of demands, which we believe are quite critical and imperative to the birthing of a new nation that we can all call our own, that works for us, and that we will be proud of. It is on this note that we say that the production of an irreducible minimum charter will be relevant to guide the participation of young people in the business of nation building within the broader body politics. We believe that nation building does not happen by happenstance. Nation building is a critical function of statecraft that requires a lot of tact and strategy. Finally, We have established a barometer to measure compliance with the above demands and the other demands that have been made by young people across Nigeria. On this note, we ask all Nigerians to continue to remember the souls of the young persons who have lost their lives in the carnage that has ensued in the last couple of days. Our prayers must be with the country. Nigeria is a giant of Africa. For no reason must we allow the giant of Africa to fall. At any point in time when the index of failed nations is being updated, it is the responsibility of you and I to ensure that Nigeria as a country does not continue to be ranked amongst the states that are on the brinks of extinction. This country must not fall. And by the grace of God Almighty, we shall prevail. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, before we continue to questions, if there are any, we'll quickly rush the program so this was not done. I would like you to be able to please do a quick introduction of themselves, please.
Let's just be good to
Okay.
1 minute silence.
1 minute silence. Before questions? Or after questions? Okay,
let's
please.
just do questions.
You have questions, please. Can you?
Okay, sir, I remember that just as
Can you introduce
my name is
yourself?
Ike Chukwu, I work for I'm a reporter. They say that they do not have representatives, leaders. Are you speaking for the youth? Or are you speaking as an individual or as a group? I don't understand. Because I know that the protesters said they do not have any representative leaders who are to speak. That their action will speak for them, for themselves.
Thank you. One question. We take all the questions together at once.
Any other question, please? Any question?
Yes, I have a question actually.
Don't remember you.
My name is Bami Mo. I work with Sars. My question is, it's not actually news related, it's personal. When you say that protesters should continue being peaceful, based on what we're seeing, are you not just essentially leaving them to their deaths because they're going to die? If they continue to just stand and let people kill them. So I don't know, is there any conversation being had for security to be provided for the protesters? Because right now it's like a free for all and they're just being killed and they're not protecting them. The people that could protect them are not killing them. So is there any conversation, not even, I don't even mean actual implementation of any kind of security, private security, but I think that the conversation should be had. I don't think that we should continue to push peace because you can't challenge violence with peace. It's not a winning strategy at the end of the day. There will be so many lives lost before anything is done. And by the time so many lives are lost, who's going to be very in negotiation?
Thank you so much.
Any other questions before questions?
Okay, so thank you so much. On the question that you raised about the inquiry to know if we speak on behalf of the youths or we speak on behalf of the protesters, I'd like to let you understand something clearly. The protesters are speaking on behalf of the generation, and that generation is a generation of young people on the front lines, or you sit in some other places where you can contribute to the conversation about a good Nigeria. You're speaking for a generation. So what we're doing here basically is to speak on behalf of a coalition of eminent Nigerian youths who believe in the ongoing struggle, but who also believe that that struggle needs to lead to the realization of a better Nigeria, not a failed
Yes, we are still live all the way from Nigeria. We're taking a press conference coming out all the way from Nigeria. And we are here observing what is going on, the coalition concerned citizens for Nigeria are having a press conference addressing what is happening in Nigeria.
But we also believe that irrespective of how justifiable a protest is, there's a time to come to the table to negotiate an irreducible minimum demand that would be the benefit of the civil action in the first instance. That leads me to the second question about the fact that when we speak about the need for Nigerian youths to continue to be peaceful, I mean, that is against the background of all the statements that we have been releasing. Yesterday, our statement spoke in unmistakable terms about the need for the entire security apparatus in this country to continue to provide security for all protesters that are protesting in every part of the country. Because the right to protest is enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and it should be guaranteed. However, while we continue to call on the security apparatus to ensure that security is provided for protesters in the country, we must continue to emphasize the need for young people not to resort to violence. The moment Nigerian youth resort to violence, it becomes a free-for-all. We all are witnesses to what happened in the Libya, in the South Sudan, in the Malis, in the Iraqs of this world. So many of those youths are not alive today to even reap the benefits of their struggle. If only they got a better country, we would have said that, the blood of martyrs waters the.
If you just join us, we are still live all the way from Nigeria, the Coalition for a New Nigeria press briefing on End Sars. Tell a friend, share. They're talking about they spoke about what is going on, the role of the federal government in it, and what the federal government has done, what they should have done. Right now, they are taking questions from the audience, and we want to apologize. The audio is not really the greatest, but however, we're doing our best. If you're watching on our website, please share the link. If you're on our Facebook, share the link. If you're on our YouTube, on all our social media, tell a friend to tell a friend. Be part of this and let your voice be heard.
Just to add to what my leader here said, you see, whilst we are working hard to see how we can engage the government and other critical stakeholders, our message has to be very clear on the sound of the day. That what the Nigerian youths are requesting and saying is a legitimate cause. And that on no account should be or any paraphernalia of the government resort to violence. Okay? Resort to violence. Even if it takes the Nigerian youth 6 months to say what they want to say. Civilization requires that they be allowed to speak. It is unacceptable that any youth should be harmed. And like my leader said, it is very important to clarify who we are. The Coalition for a New Nigeria is a coalition of youths of standing. In the Coalition of Nigeria, you have former National Youth Council presidents, many former SUG presidents, youths that have distinguished themselves in government and are still doing that, youths that have manned critical positions in Nigeria and abroad. So this is a front of really concerned youths. And we are appealing to government that they should please make sure that what is happening does not get out of hand. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think we are done. I think it's perfect. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming. this press conference is officially over, I would like to see all the media outlets present. Thank you.
Thank you all.
I will just take an official picture, please. Beautiful.
We're taking a quick silent for those that have lost their life.
All right, I'll take the chair. Thank you very much. So, if any media house want to have one aside, Anisha, be pleased, you're free to yes. Take this shot. Hold on.
Again, if you're just joining us, we just want to welcome you to joining us today. We are live from Nigeria, where the Coalition for a New Nigeria press briefing on End Sars and the youth that are dying. They just make a whole lot of, they were able to make a whole lot of statements to the people worldwide. We want to apologize for the audio. It wasn't really the best because, again, we're feeding from Nigeria, and that's the best we could have gotten from them. Right now, they are also in process of taking interviews for various medias on ground. As you know, GBKM, we are not on ground. We are currently live from Toronto, Canada. We are able to take advantage, leverage on the technology to bring you guys in the best we could, and we are happy that we're able to do that. So we're going to go back to them now and see what is going on in that press conference. I implore you to bear with us as we do that. All right, so again, if you're just joining us, the coalition for a new Nigeria press briefing is ongoing right now, and we're going to go back. While we are waiting for them to let us know what's the next, for those that don't know what's going on, there have been videos circulating the social media space. There have been a lot of stuff happening in social media space where it's said that the Nigerian military has been shooting and killing the Nigerian citizens that were protesting in these very recent protests. And this is why the coalition for a new Nigeria press briefing was needed. And we, as you can see on your left, and that will be on my right, that there's a Zoom meeting going on now, that we are able to chime in and bring them in all the way from Canada. Once again, let's see what they're doing right now. Let's go back to Nigeria and see what they are currently doing on the Zoom meeting.
And you shut them down and you harm them.
You are not working to the sustainability of the country. So the Nigerian youth are not requesting for anything very straight. You know, a country that looks like this country. Thank you very much.
Okay, Susie.
Well, ihe dị na Nigeria, ọ dị mma na ebe nsogbu because asụsụ anyị Nigeria be anyị a anyị chọrọ ka Nigeria dịka America, anyị chọrọ ka Nigeria dịka Europe, anyị achọrọ Nigeria ebe ọ ya bụ mmadụ kwuo okwu agba ya ọ mmadụ kwuo okwu asị ya mechie ọnụ. Na ndị youth Nigeria anyị agụchaghị akwụkwọ, ha si anyị jere anyị agụchaghị akwụkwọ, nyezi anyị ọrụ nyezi ife niile ife ahụ adịrọ. So anyị si ya ka enye anyị ohere ka ndị be anyị wee bido ọfụma ka be bido. Please, President.
Giving to one of our brothers to express himself. As you can hear, he's speaking his own dialect. I am not sure. We don't have the resources to translate what he's saying to you, but I'm very positive that given the terms and the topic that we're dealing with, I want to believe that he is speaking on that topic. We're going to go back to that conference now and see if we are able to get a generic way of understanding what this brother is trying to say.
Ita ce ainihin kalubalen da take fuskantar mu a kasan nan yau. Dukkan mu muna da masanya akan irin matsalolin da muke samu bisa ainihin gagarumin fitowar da matasan kasa suke yi bisa nuna damuwarsu da wasu ayyukan da ke faruwa a kasan. Mafi muhimmanci cikin abubuwan da matasan kasa suke nuna wa ainihin shugabannin Najeriya suna buƙatar su tashi tsaye su yi wani abu takamaiman abin da zai iya kawo masa sauki ya haifar da rayuwa mai alkhairi a cikin ƙasar. Ita yadda polisawa da ainihin wata runduna cikin jami'an polisawa da ake kiran Sars, yadda ake kashe-kashe, yadda ake tadawama a cikin cin hanci da reshawa, randa ake cin amana da mutuncin 'yan kasa. So bisa ainihin wannan abin da suke yi, muna ganin dai kamar dai hurumin su ne su fito su nuna wa gwamnati damuwarsu. Amma abin da ya samu muka fito yau ita ce da gani yadda abubuwan da ya kasance yanzu, zaka ga gaba daya abu ya lalace ko ina a kasan na yanzu. Kaga an fara kashe-kashe, an fara kone-kone, an fara sace-sace. So duk inda irin wannan ya fara faruwa, to za ta iya argaze katsan gaba daya. Shi sa muke cewa farko dai muna buƙatar shugaban ƙasa ya miƙe tsaye ya fito ya ma 'yan kasansa maganan da ya dace da ainihin matsalan da muke ciki a war'aka. Shi kadai na wanda zai iya miƙe tsaye yau ya bude baki ya yi magana wannan matsalan da muke cikinta a kasar nan yau kuma talafa. Na biyu, rundunar sojoji.
I believe what is going on here, we are having different individuals speak in their home dialect to express their concern as to what is happening when it comes to the police brutality. Once again, if you're just joining us live, the coalition for a new Nigeria press briefing is happening all the way in Abuja, and we were able to bring the Zoom feed in to bring it to you. So right now, we have individuals speaking. Before it was opened by an English-speaking person. We have somebody that spoke Igbo, and Ansa man is speaking right now. As you look at the topic, speak, it will be easy for you to find out that these individuals, despite the fact that we don't understand what they are saying, most of us do not, but they are speaking directly to this topic. So we're going to go back now and see see what's going on right there.
Nǹkan tí àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ń sọ ni wípé a ò fẹ́ ìpàdé tí àwọn tí ó yẹ kó máa ṣe ààbò fún wa tí wọ́n ń pa àwọn ọ̀dọ́ tí wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ wípé a ní láti mú ìdópin bá àwọn Sars àti gbogbo àwọn nǹkan míì tí àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ti ń sọ. A ò fẹ́ orílẹ̀-èdè tí a máa wà tí a ò ní lè sọ̀rọ̀. Ó yẹ ká lè sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ̀yin ẹ wò ó, àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè àgbáyé bíi Amẹ́ríkà, bíi Europe, Asia àti gbogbo àwọn ibi gbogbo ní àwọn èèyàn ti ń sọ̀rọ̀, kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó ń pa wọ́n. Kò ń ṣe nǹkan tó bá wa lára mu rárá. Kí ìjọba kí wọ́n fara balẹ̀ gbọ́ nǹkan tá à ń sọ. A rọ àwọn ọ̀dọ́ nítòótọ́ kí àwọn náà tó máa ń ṣe nǹkan tí ó máa pa ẹnikẹ́ni lára. Kí àwọn ọ̀dọ́ kí wọ́n máa ń ṣe ìwà jàǹdùkú. A ronú sí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí kí a sì bá ara wa sọ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. Nítorí pé kò sí ìdí ní 2020 àti lọ́síwájú tí kò yẹ kí orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà kó wà lára àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó dáa jù lágbàáyé. A ní oríṣiríṣi nǹkan, a dẹ̀ ní àwọn ènìyàn tí wọ́n ní ọpọlọ pípé tó lè mú irú nǹkan báyìí wá sí ìmúṣẹ.
Thank you. Iṣẹ́ gan.
Thank you.
Don't worry, I'll get some. I just want some. Oh, yes, thank you. I'm not tired. This is a bigger coalition. Yeah, is it? Who are you? Who are you?
You cannot condemn it. You cannot commend anybody here. I don't want to see them comment. Comment. Who did anything comment?
Yes.
I believe the meeting has ended in a very, very strange way. However, that was the briefing for the people in Nigeria, the coalition for a new Nigeria press release. That was something that just took place right now. And I want to thank all the people that was able to put it together. I want to say a very big thank you for all the great job you've done. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very, 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 very sad moment. This is a very, very sad moment that we should not take for granted. So we urge everybody, please, let's stand with our youth. Let's stand with our youth, wherever it's happening. Let's stand with them. We know that ordinarily the soldiers are supposed to be shooting in the war. They are not supposed to be in the road, on the street, shooting people. So please, I order all Nigerians, wherever you are, on this broadcast today. That was a short one. We did our possible best to make sure that we're able to get some feed and bring it to you to talk about that press conference. We apologize that the audio may have not been very, very clear. However, this is a time that is very unprecedented. This is a time that has never happened in a civilian regime in that country, in the history of the country, Nigeria. So we beg everybody to join hands together. Let us put hands together in our own little way, whichever way you can, however way you can contribute to this, let us do it. Even if it's spreading the news, sending the message, text message, whatever you can do, we have to stick to this, and the change we so demand, the change we so desire start with us. And we know that it starts with us. So on this note, we're going to end this broadcast today. I just want you to understand that no matter how we look at it, the world is becoming a global village. No matter how you look at it, nobody is no longer an island. It's becoming a global village. To you, Nigeria government, you need to wake up to the reality that everything is broadcast instantly. So you can no longer pretend and hide under the pretense and lie that it did not happen. So you have to wake up to the new trend, the new reality that you can no longer hide. For those that took up the CC camera and CCTVs and so on, the world is watching you. I call on the Canadian government, I call on the American government, I call on the whole world, the United Kingdom, I call on the United Nations to investigate this and bring the people, the perpetrator of this, to book. I call on the whole world. If Nigeria fall apart, let us keep in mind that it would impact the entire globe. Imagine the population of Nigeria only in Africa or in West Africa. Imagine the whole Nigeria going to support surrounding countries for refugee. Do you think they will be able to hold those millions of people that live in Nigeria? It is of the interest of the entire globe for us to come together right now and save that country, Nigeria. I remain your humble host, Kenny Bazwai. Thank you very much. God bless you, and you have